Bonjour et bienvenue au cas expérientiel de zéro avec les en français ou en anglais?
Anglais pour...
Anglais. So each team has 20 minutes to present the case in front of the jury. Presentation will be timed with a chronometer. Time will be indicated at the following segment to remind the participant of the remaining time to complete presentation. So 10 minutes, 5, 2 minutes, 30 seconds, and the last 10 seconds only. If presentation is incomplete after 20 minutes, presentation will be automatically stopped with a verbal announcement. A period of 5 minutes is allocated to the jury to ask questions concerning the presentation. After 5 minutes, a verbal announcement will stop the question period. It is mandatory that at least one question is asked by the jury. Note that if a participant reveals the name or the source of the university, will lead to a penalty. I will now let the jury present themselves.
Hi, I'm Katsani and I'm the content manager for Additional.
Hi, my name is Anthony and I'm a creative director at Mosaic.
Hi, I'm Vicky Marco. I'm a director of e-commerce for Encino.
I'm Jeba. I'm a partner at Talbot.
Very nice to meet you. We can start whenever.
Today's world is made to dare. Dare to lead.
Oser s'afficher.
Dare to inspire.
Chers membres du jury, bonjour et merci d'être avec nous aujourd'hui. Laissez-moi d'abord et avant tout introduire mon équipe. Je me nomme Véronique et j'ai aujourd'hui la chance d'être accompagnée par mes collègues Aziza et Lake.
Today on the agenda, we'll first be covering an analysis. Ensuite, on s'attaquera aux problématiques et le mandat. And then we'll be moving on to the event and then presenting its implementation. Finalement, on conclura avec les projections financières, les résultats, and finally the conclusion.
Now we'll be beginning with a company analysis. So let's start with looking at what we're currently doing well. So Edition L has a lot of heritage. They've been making plus-size women's clothing for over 30 years, and they have that Montreal heritage in their designs. So it's very chic, it's an effortless style, and that's a strength that they have over competitors. Rebranding shows that we have customer awareness, so they know what they want, what customers want, and that's reflected in their actions. And tailoring expertise. Now this comes with 30 plus years of making plus-size clothing for women. Many competitors are entering into the plus-size market, but it takes a long time to really learn how to cut the right lines and get that right fit for the right women. Now next, let's talk about what can be improved. So Edition L, through some business decisions, has alienated the younger demographic. So it's very important to try to reverse this and bring in younger customers into the stores and to the website. Insufficient online sales is another thing that has been affecting the business. With the changing retail market, it's very important to compensate through online sales, and that's something that Edition L has not been able to do as much as they would have liked to up to this point. Opportunities to be aware of. E-commerce, just like I mentioned, it's very important in today's retail market to offset the decline in mall traffic. And so it's important to realize this opportunity and to make the most out of it. Finally, potential threats to be aware of. So I already mentioned declining mall traffic, the changing retail market. This is something Edition L is aware of, but it's important to always keep this in mind. International competition is another threat that we have to remember. Along with that, national competitors such as Walmart, Giant Tiger, other plus-size stores, they're not going anywhere, they're going to be here, so we need to keep them in mind and always stay one step ahead. So following our company analysis, let's jump into our consumer analysis. So I'd like to introduce you guys to Amy. So who is she? Amy is in her late 20s to her late 40s. She's educated, she has a communications degree, she works in PR, and she likes to look good and feel good when she's in the workplace. Now, she has trouble finding clothes that fit her right, that really show off her figure, that she can feel confident in. She wants something that she can wear in the workplace, but that she can also wear to go out for drinks with the girls. Amy is always on her phone. She's following many influencers on social media, on blogs, and she's influenced by these people. So we want to reach Amy. We want to make the most out of what we know about her and use that to develop the right strategy.
Donc, au niveau des problématiques qu'on aura pu identifier, vous pouvez les voir à l'écran. Donc, la première, c'est vraiment que la croissance des ventes en ligne ne permet pas, en fait, de venir compenser pour la décroissance des ventes en magasin. Donc, on le sait, Lake l'a mentionné, le e-commerce est de plus en plus populaire, donc il faut vraiment step up notre game de ce côté-là, si on peut dire. Un deuxième problème, c'est vraiment que Additionnel a des difficultés à se différencier de ses compétiteurs internationaux, ses nouveaux compétiteurs. Donc, il faut vraiment trouver une solution unique qui va nous permettre de sortir du lot. Finalement, c'est vraiment l'aliénation de la jeune clientèle. Donc, comme on a pu le voir en fait dans les bases de données, la jeune clientèle est un petit peu laissée de côté, donc on veut vraiment venir cibler ce problème. Notre mandat aujourd'hui est de créer un événement expérientiel qui va pouvoir accentuer en fait le nouveau positionnement de la marque, le site web, mais aussi le nouveau concept magasin, le tout en générant un intérêt envers la nouvelle collection qu'on va lancer en septembre, à l'automne. Donc en fait, on a quelques objectifs sous-jacents de ça. Ça va être vraiment d'augmenter la notoriété de la marque, d'établir une clientèle plus jeune, donc d'aller rejoindre ces consommateurs qu'on a perdu au fil du temps, et augmenter le trafic sur le site web, évidemment.
So now for the fun part that you've all been waiting for, our recommendation. So this is the event that we've come up with. It's a pop-up panel of inspirational women in the plus-size industry. So what is it? It's a powerful gathering of influential women that are leading in the plus-size industry and making change. So these are your influencers on social media, on Instagram, influencers that Amy is certainly following and pays attention to and sees them as style icons or her inspiration. So this event will be bringing together or inviting the top Laval or Quebec plus-size influencers and creating kind of a panel that will be discussing innovation in the plus-size industry, body positivity, and all the things that they're excited about. It's really to shine light on all the positive, pun intended, of the plus-size industry, and while, of course, recognizing beauty standards and all the struggles that they go with as well, but really it's a positive twist on that. So who it will be the local plus size influencers and models, and also the attendees, which will go in how to control that population, and fans that will be attending. It will be September 2019, right in time for your launch. It will be at Carrefour Laval. So it will be composed of a panel, a photo shoot, which is very important in the world of social media, very creative photo booths we have planned, meet and greet with the influencers, as well as small little bouchées or drinks will be served as well. So the creative strategy behind this is to give a platform to influential women in the plus size industry in order to advance the discussion surrounding body positivity and female empowerment. So it's really important that Additionnel aligns itself as a leader and really not only talks the talk but walks the walk as well by hosting this event. So why is this event the best fit for you? So firstly, it aligns with the brand image. So you talked in your vision about having a fashion democracy. What better way than to give the people their voice? So let them talk, let them speak, let them talk about their challenges. The host of the event will also be a lead influencer, which we will pick and we will dive into in the implementation. Secondly, it inspires the values of inclusion, the inclusion and confidence. So you're really being inclusive. We don't want the same type of plus size model. We want plus size models like maybe in the areas of sports, fashion, different sizes. We really want to bring together different perspectives and show that we truly support them and give them their voice. It also creates a positive association between the influencers clearly have a big following and are successful. So when you're a fan, I'm there to see my influencer, but I also see this beautiful Additionnel sign. So I'm there making a positive association between my favorite influencer and the brand. So even if I wasn't familiar with Additionnel, now I have a really good rapport with it. It also brings the digital world into the physical space of the store, so that beautiful marriage will really entice people. Also, the event will be designed following the same theme as your store. So when they will go to the store later on, hopefully, they will recognize the same theme and it'll spark the same feelings of joy and that same positive appeal that they had during the event and spark back those memories. As well as promote your new look. Also, it fosters community and it inspires in the truest sense because you're right in the middle of the discussion and you're encouraging it right there and then. The strategic messaging that we'll be using is Elle ose, she dares in French, and then she dares because we know Laval could be very bilingual. So this is the messaging that we will use. So the panel will be composed of 4 influencers and 1 host influencer. So, and then behind them it will be like Elle very big and then Ose in smaller. It's very important that we stay away from anything about plus or sizes in the messaging. We just want it to be focused on the psychographic and the mentality of encouraging and daring and pushing the conversation forward.
So now let's jump into the implementation. So we've broken it down into a shorter than usual time period because we wanted this event to take place in September. So the short term will be April to June. During that time, it's very important to build relationships with influencers. So we want to be sending out PR packages, sending out merchandise, trying to build a relationship, not just asking favors. It's a two-way street with these people. They have lots of people contacting them, and we don't want them to think we're wasting their time, and we want the best talent that we can get. Hiring event organizers and set designers. So Aziza mentioned briefly our idea for the set design. It's important to have professionals to come in, go through the logistics, make sure that everything is possible, and really have a set that's beautiful, that represents this new store, the new rebranding, and that will put a memory in people's heads. Finding a host influencer, Aziza also mentioned that it's important that we find someone who really does have a lot of influence. We need someone who is not just posting pictures looking good in nice clothes. We want someone who really has a story, who has experience, who is passionate and powerful. For the medium term, we've broken it down into June and August. So start building the event set. It's very important, obviously, that we have that done in advance, so by the time the event rolls around, there's no problems that are unexpected. Locking down the speakers, we want to have people committed to this event in advance. Promoting the event, again, we must make our own promotional materials. So Aziza talked a little bit about who we want at the event. So we have the idea to send invitations to important customers, people in the area that we have business relationships with, but this is not a private event, so it's something that anyone can attend. Again, we want it to be very inclusive. Creating swag, the event will have, Aziza mentioned somewhat, what's going to be there. We'd like to give out some swag, some things that people will have to show that they were there, give them some memories when they pick it up. In the long term, August to September is when the event will actually be taking place. So the event is set for September 2019, right when the new fall collection is launching. We have the idea to live stream the event throughout all of our retail locations. So instead of just having customers who are in the mall in Laval that day seeing this event, we will be live streaming it to all of our retail stores and then broadcasting it for 2 weeks to a month afterwards, so that anyone who missed it, who wasn't there that day, they can see it. It continues to get around, the message gets around, but before it gets stale, we end it. And finally, if everything is successful, if the event goes as planned, we can duplicate the event at retail locations across Canada. So we could actually turn this event into a tour. We could have the same influencers going to different Edition L locations all across the country, turn this experience really into more than just an event, turn it into sort of a journey.
Donc maintenant, au niveau des projections financières, comme on peut voir à l'écran, en fait, on va avoir utilisé 25 000 pièces. Toutefois, on prévoit en fait un autre 25 000 pièces pour vraiment promouvoir sur les réseaux sociaux. On sait en fait que de nos jours, le marketing digital, c'est vraiment important. Donc, on prévoit injecter la moitié de nos fonds envers les réseaux sociaux. Donc, en fait, pour payer les différents influenceurs qui vont participer à l'événement, on prévoit un budget de 6 000 pièces. On va payer un peu plus, en fait, l'invité, le host influencer, si on peut dire, donc l'hôtesse. On va aussi prévoir, en fait, des petites bouchées, des consommations gratuites pour les gens qui vont participer à l'événement. Donc, on prévoit un budget de 3 000 pièces pour cet effet. Pour le setup physique, on va prévoir un budget de 6 500 $ parce qu'on veut que ce soit quelque chose qui fait parler, qui fait jaser, dont les gens vont se souvenir. Puis aussi, comme Aziza l'a mentionné, qui va bien représenter les boutiques, les nouveaux concepts boutiques qu'on va implémenter. L'organisateur, dans le fond, qu'on va trouver, va être rémunéré avec 3 000 pièces. Pour les PR packages, donc les petits cadeaux qu'on va envoyer à nos influenceurs, on a prévu en fait d'avoir 5 influenceurs au total, de leur envoyer des ensembles 3 fois par année avec un coût total de 300 $ par influenceur. Donc, ça nous revient à 4 500 $. On veut vraiment qu'ils promouvoient sur leurs réseaux sociaux les beaux ensembles qu'on va leur envoyer. Puis pour les items promotionnels, en fait, on prévoit un budget de 2 000 pièces qu'on va pouvoir distribuer ces items-là directement aux consommateurs, aux fans, aux consommateurs potentiels ou juste aux passants afin qu'il y ait un peu plus de brand awareness, donc qu'ils soient plus conscients de la marque. Au niveau des résultats maintenant, en fait, on vous promet des résultats impressionnants. On veut augmenter la notoriété de la marque, comme on l'a dit au départ, de 50 %. On veut aussi établir une clientèle plus jeune, donc on veut augmenter en fait de 30 % dans les bases de données le pourcentage qui correspond à la jeune clientèle. On veut aussi augmenter le trafic sur les réseaux sociaux. C'est sûr qu'après la campagne ou l'événement, il va falloir avoir une certaine rétroaction, voir comment les gens ont réagi. Si ça s'est bien passé, c'est sûr qu'on va implémenter plus de ces événements dans le futur, comme on l'a mentionné auparavant, partout au Canada. Et on va aussi enregistrer le tout, donc à faire des segments vidéo qu'on va pouvoir lancer sur les réseaux sociaux afin que ça devienne viral et d'avoir un petit peu plus de awareness, si on peut dire, sur les réseaux sociaux. On veut lancer un beau message au sein de la communauté qui veut dire plus qu'on est ici pour vendre des vêtements. On est ici, en fait, pour soutenir les femmes de tout type. Puis on veut vraiment que ça ait un effet viral sur les réseaux sociaux. Comme j'imagine, vous avez plusieurs idées qui vous sortent en tête. C'est cette importance-là qu'on veut avoir sur les différents réseaux sociaux. Chèrement digéré, en fait, avec notre événement promotionnel, on vous promet des résultats importants, comme on l'a mentionné. On va vous positionner comme un leader dans l'industrie dans laquelle vous évoluez, mais aussi dans la communauté, comme je viens de le mentionner. Donc, elle ose, et vous.
Bravo.
Merci.
Vas-y, je te laisse.
So I want to know, for the event, how many attendees are you expecting to get?
Actually, what we are targeting is really to, we will send out invites, as Lake said. So on our, of course, we don't have the data for that, but every single local regular customer, we will invite. So of course, we don't expect everyone to show up, but probably about 50% of them will think it's a great idea. After that, we will add all of the influencers' fans or followers on social media. So this will actually attract a lot of people, which will definitely help. And also just regular consumers walking through the mall that will see, oh, there's something going on there, I want to see what's going on, and then they might eventually become a customer. Of course, like it's hard to put an exact specific number on that since we don't have all the numbers, but we are expecting more
Full capacity.
Yeah, full capacity, of course. Thousands of people throughout the day, of course. Yeah, that's what we're aiming for. We will do it on the weekend because that's when most people will come through the mall. But also try to maybe aim for la fête. What's it called? La fête du travail. Yeah, exactly, la fête du travail, où les gens people have 4 days, a 4-day weekend, so more people are going to want to go shopping and spend quality times with their family. So this is something that will definitely help attract more people.
So I have a question, anglais, français, whatever you want, you can answer. You mentioned that you were investing $25,000 in the digital marketing. What's the strategy behind that, and at what point in the event are you planning to invest in that?
Yes, so we will use some of this budget before the event to really promote the event because we want a lot of people there. So throughout social media, we will do this on Facebook, mostly Instagram, YouTube. Also, to get people there. After it's done, we will also use some part of this budget to produce the little video segments that we will launch on social media. So this will definitely help us to create this viral effect on social media that will give us this brand awareness that we really are craving at the moment. Because this event will be great for people that will attend, but we want something bigger than that, something that will also help all divisions of the brand, something that will help sell throughout all Canada, not only in Laval. So that's why it's so important to invest a lot of money in this side, digital marketing. This will give you guys the results you're aiming for.
Where exactly is the event going to happen?
Excuse me, sorry?
Where is the event going to happen?
It's
Inside
going
the store?
to happen in the Carrefour Laval, not inside the store, on a promotional space where a lot of people close to the foire alimentaire, so the cafeteria, exactly. So where most people will go through. We want exposure for this, so we want a lot of people there.
So it's kind of like the mall center on the first floor, like the big event space that we can acquire.
And how are you going to convince attendees to go inside the store?
So essentially the setting and the setup of the entire event is going to mimic the store style. So you'll probably be using those same resources. So essentially it's just going to, the same image is going to repeat itself. So they will just go to it because it looks like it. As well, we will be giving out coupons and gift baskets and stuff like that to entice them to go to the store. Of course, we don't want the influencers there to be pushing the brand. We want them to be themselves. Of course, they're invited, they're dressed in additional. We fostered a great PR relationship very early on with them, so they will be enticed to be like, oh, thank you so much for having me in the beginning and stuff like that. Additional is such a great brand, we love that part, but they'll just be themselves. And then after on, we just don't want to actually push people into the store. We just want to focus on the conversation, but just by brand awareness and by the image, they will be able to associate the event with the store. And of course, there will be branded products there. So we just hope that they will recognize that brand, but we don't want to push them aggressively and sound salesy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your question.